Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberations in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen. Clerk, next order.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
No messages.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
No papers.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
We have a motion by Honorable Peter Palanga, Chairperson, Committee on Land, Housing and Physical Planning. Is the Chairman Committee on Land, Housing and Physical Planning in the House? What about the Vice Chairman? Any member from that committee?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I'm here.
Thank you. There is a motion that you are supposed to move. Are you ready?
I'm not aware, Mr. Speaker, because the chairman did not give me that go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I think we are seeing viable to postpone this motion up to the afternoon session.
So, sorry, Honorable Member, come up again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm proposing we postpone this motion until the afternoon session.
Mr. Speaker, I stand to second that we postponed until the afternoon session, because I've just called the chairman, Lands, and he has said he has been held in a traffic and is going to be there in the afternoon.
Maybe, Mr. Speaker, I think in regard to this circumstance, where the chairman is not available to present a motion, and even he has not delegated that duty even to the vice chair, and no member of Land Committee, or he's just coming in. Mr. Speaker, I was just proposing that we suspend it forever because it shows lack of seriousness in this committee, Mr. Speaker. But now that he has come, Mr. Speaker, I leave it for you to make a decision on it.
Okay, welcome, Chairman, Lands Committee. We were just deliberating on a motion that you are supposed to move, and I can see that you have come late. It's good, members, that we get to know that the time that we have to start the sessions at 9:30. So if a member has a motion, it's good that he or she be here in the plenary on time. So I want to give this opportunity to our able Chairman, Committee on Lands, to move the motion. Welcome, Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and sorry for being late, but here I am. Let's take it over from there. Mr. Speaker, I wish to move a motion on behalf of the Committee of Lands, Housing and Fiscal Planning that this House adopts the report of the Committee on Land, Housing, Fiscal Planning on the vetting of the nominees for the positions of members of Molo Municipal Board laid on the table of the Assembly on Tuesday, 30th, 2024, during the morning session. Mr. Speaker, we, on behalf of the members of Lands Committee, did some vetting. The membership of the committee is as on the report. We have a membership of 21 members. Nomination of the appointment and the process, appointment process. All the nominees appeared before the committee on 13th May 2024 and were all vetted in accordance to the provisions of the Constitution. The Public Appointments Committee Assembly's Approval Act number 2017, the Molo Municipal Charter, and the County Assembly of Nakuru Standing Orders. The committee proceedings, Mr. Speaker, during the approval hearings, the committee held sittings to examine and review the nominees' certificates, testimonials, and vet the nominees. The acknowledgement, Mr. Speaker, I take this opportunity to thank members of the committee for their input and valuable contributions during the vetting process. The committee wishes to also thank the offices of the Speaker and the Clerk to the Assembly for the logistical support accorded to it during the vetting process. Further, the committee is also thankful to the media for its coverage for the proceedings, thus enhancing transparency and accountability. Mr. Speaker, the background of the report, of course, we are guided by the legal framework of the appointment to the position of the members of Molo Municipal Board. Section 9 of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2011, read together with the provisions of the first schedule of the Urban Areas and Cities Amendment Act 2019, states that the county government may, on the resolution of the county assembly, confer the status of municipality on a town that meets the following criteria. As a resident population of at least 50,000 residents, as an integrated urban area development plan in accordance with this act and other existing laws, has demonstrated revenue collection potential, among many other reasons. As members, you can go through. I may not read each and everything. So, Mr. Speaker, we go further, and in terms of eligibility for the appointment of the members of the board, pursuant to the provisions of Section 11/6 of the Urban Areas and Cities Amendment Act 2019, one is eligible to serve on a board if we satisfy the following requirements. It's important to note that, members, for today and even for future, because you may also be interested to serve on the board. So For the qualifications, it's important to know them and understand. You must be holding at least a diploma from an institution recognized in Kenya. That's for the municipal board. For the city, you must be having a degree. Has distinguished career in a medium-level management position in either the private or public sector. Holds at least 5 years experience, post-qualification professional experience. Satisfy the requirements of Chapter 6, which is normal to each and usual to each and every position. Is ordinarily a resident or has a permanent dwelling in the municipality. You are a resident or have a dwelling in that particular municipality for you to serve. Or you carry a business in the municipality or has lived in the municipality for at least 5 years. The Public Appointment Act, Section 8 of the Public Appointments County Assembly's Approval Act number 5 provides issues which the County Assembly is supposed to consider in relation to the nomination. The procedure used to arrive at the nominee, any constitutional statutory requirements relating to the office in question, the suitability of the nominee for the appointment proposed having regard to whether the nominee's abilities, experience, and qualities meet the needs of the body to which nomination is being made. Mr. Speaker, it illustrates many issues in terms of the leadership and integrity, the constitutional requirement for one to hold an office. I'll run through, Mr. Speaker, with your permission, the values and principles of public service, the notification of the nominees pursuant to the Section 11 of the Urban Areas and Cities Amendment Act 2019, Section 7 of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act, and Standing Order 48 of the County Assemblies of Nakuru Standing Orders, the nominees of the position, the nominees for the position for the members of Molo Municipal Board were notified to the committee approval hearings that were held at the County Assemblies of Nakuru precincts. Accordingly, the nominees were invited to appear before the Committee on Lands, Housing and Physical Planning on 13th May 2024. Section 7 of the Public Appointments Approval Act provides that any person prior to the approval hearing by written statement on oath provide the clerk to the evidence contesting the stability of the candidate to hold the office which the candidate has been nominated, which again, Mr. Speaker, was done by filing the memorandum, and that's why the members appeared before the committee having met all the criteria. Mr. Speaker, without much ado, the approval hearings, in conducting the vetting exercise, the committee was guided by, among many statutes, the Constitution, the Urban Areas and Cities Amendment Act 2019, the County Government Act 2012, the Public Appointment and County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, and the standing orders of this particular Honorable House. The committee further scrutinized the background information, knowledge, and decision-making skills, thematic areas of the nominees as indicated herein. The first person was James Mbugua Mwangi, member of Molo Municipal Board. It will be worth noting, members, before even we get to this particular point on nominees, that these particular occasions or positions, vacancies, were occasioned by two reasons. Number one, one of the nominees, one of the persons that we had nominated succumbed to death on pressure, and therefore that position fell vacant. The other position is that during the vetting, as you can recall, the first vetting, the person who had been nominated didn't appear, and so we had two positions that were existing for them to be filled. So the first person is James Mbugua Mwangi, a member of Molo Municipal Board, date of birth. The nominees are Kenyan citizen born on 27th February 1973 in Bahati, Nakuru County. Academic qualifications. Our nominee is pursuing a doctorate degree in leadership and administration from a New Life Bible College and Seminary, USA, Master's degree in Mission Studies from Kenya Methodist University, 2019. He has a Bachelor of Arts in Biblical Studies from the Christian Life International College, 2014, and a Diploma in Clearing and Forwarding from the Kenya Institute of Clearing, Forwarding, and Documentation. That was achieved in 1995. He has a Diploma in Leadership and Administration from the Bible Studies International from 2008, and a Diploma in Biblical Studies from the International School of Ministry. That was achieved in 2008. He has a certificate in Christian counseling from Barnabas Training International. That was achieved in 2019. Professional experience. The nominee is currently a senior pastor, Christian Community Services in Molo. Previously, the nominee worked in the Constituency Education Coordinator, Molo, IEBC, and as an Assistant Lands Officer, Means of Lands and Housing then. Net worth. The nominee is worth 3.8 million Kenyan shillings. The knowledge and decision, as you can go through, of course, there were a number of questions that we posted as to whether the nominee understands the issues affecting the municipality and the decision making in terms of how does he want to go about or address those issues affecting the municipality. That was poor drainage, strategies to enhance the revenue collection within the municipality, development partners on how he will bring them on board, measures to curb post-harvest losses, and so many other areas that the committee wish to understand the know-how and understanding of the person. The political interference as to whether it's going to be influenced by politically connected people, and so many other issues. So, Mr. Speaker, having considered all that, the nominee, having considered all that having considered the academic and professional qualification, work experience, and oral submissions during the vetting, the committee finds that Mr. James Mburu Mwangi was suitable to serve as a member of the Municipal Board of Moro. Number two, the other person was Honorable Peter Mureo Macharia. It's important, members, to note that this is a former MCA who served from 2013 to 2017. So the nominee is a Kenyan citizen born on 5th July 1988 in Nakuru County. So I want to believe in this regard, unlike the previous report, the issues of age, I think they have considered considerably young tax compared to what it was yesterday. The academic qualifications. The nominee is currently undertaking a master's degree in project management at Jomo Kenyatta University. He holds a bachelor's degree of science in procurement and contract management from Jomo Kenyatta University. The nominee has a diploma in supplies management from Jomo Kenyatta University. The nominee is currently the manager, Petmark Energy Limited. Previously, the nominee was a member of County Assembly of Nakuru for Serikwa Ward between 2013 and 2017, as I had mentioned there before. The nominee is worth 42 million Kenyan shillings. The nominee was knowledge on decision making. The nominee was vetted on the following thematic areas: the boundary of the municipality. As you clearly understand, the nominee should be a resident of that particular area. So we were asking whether he knows really the boundaries of the Molo municipal, where it really touches. He could really clarify and say where and the boundaries of that. On issues of drainage, he clarified, he said Molo has a slopey topography, hence issue to direct water downstream. On development matters and many other areas, confinement to Molo to municipality status and all that. The role of the county assembly, we asked what could be the role of the county assembly on how the Molo municipality is going to run. He was able to convince the committee. And therefore, having considered all those other members, all those other factors, members, Having that considered the academic, the professional qualification, work experience, and oral submission during the vetting process, the committee finds that Mr. Peter Mureo Macharia was suitable to serve on the Molo Municipal Board. To that end, I wish to request Honorable Peter to second the motion, being a member to this. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm sorry for any inconvenience caused, if any.
Mr. Speaker, I'm also Honorable Peter. Which one did you mean?
Honorable Palanga,
Go on.
kindly come and clarify which Honorable Peter.
I meant a member of the Lands Committee. Honorable Peter Kajwang is not a member to the Lands Committee, so I meant Honorable Peter Moridat.
Mr. Speaker, my name is PM Jiroge, MCA for Morindet, and also a member of this committee, and I wish to second the motion.
Thank you. The motion has been moved well, and it has been seconded, and I want to open it for debates. Honorable Peter Kajwang.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am happy that I catch your eyes even when I'm not intending to. But I just wanted a small clarification. This guy from Molo is saying that Molo has 5 wards. And in 5 wards, he's mentioning Turi, he's mentioning Molo, and he's mentioning part of Sirikwa. Could this be a typo, or this is the fact of the information?
Honorable Chairman.
That is a typo error. In fact, Honorable Kajwang is very clear of the wards within the Molo, and so that is a typo error, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Jeff.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've really listened to the report from the Lands Committee, and I think this is a good report, bearing in mind that Moro sub-county is a very fast-growing area. And if at all we have the 2 members representing the Moro municipality, they really have a chance of getting more funds, mostly from the World Bank. And the challenges that have been indicated, that is the issues of drainage and maybe issues of to do with the roads, issues to do with water, will be totally catered. Mr. Speaker, I've listened to the 2 nominees who have been described with their academic qualifications, Mr. Speaker, and I can see that they are people who are capable. And we are hopeful that in the coming budget, there will be money that will be allocated to the Moro municipality to make sure that the said projects will be well done and also well supervised. Mr. Speaker, we also know that Molo is a fast-growing area in terms of agriculture, and we are hopeful that even the farmers from the surrounding areas will have a lot of beneficiary in terms of maybe roads that will be they'll be able to transport even their crops from the farms to the town center. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish to support the 2 nominees, and we are hopeful that they will be able to upgrade the Moro municipality so that it can really help the members and residents for Moro constituency. So, Mr. Speaker, I start to support. Thank you.
Honorable Mutai.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I stand to support this report. And allow me, Mr. Speaker, to just give some observation as per these nominees. And I start with James Mboro Mwangi. I'm really impressed by the number of years, the age of this nominee. Somebody born in 1973 has had a length of time to gain a lot of experience. And no wonder, Mr. Speaker, you can just be able to grasp a few of his academic achievements. Somebody rising from just certificate level until he's now doing the doctorate degree in leadership and management really calls for time. And apart from that, it shows that this person is very ambitious. If you look at the range of the certificates that he holds, imagine he's doing some doctorate in leadership and administration, meaning that he's up to something. He wants to provide some good leadership somewhere. And now that he has been provided with an opportunity to exercise this in Molo municipality, I think his ambition is actually getting achieved. Moreover, he has also done some master's degree in mission studies from Kenya Methodist University. This is a spiritual man, a man of God. And I want to believe that the ethos that required will really be available in the boards of Molo municipality, in that I want to believe that with this kind of engagement in biblical matters, his integrity level is actually improved. He has also done some diploma in clearing and forwarding. He's a very wonderful man, Mr. Speaker. Apart from pursuing spiritual matters, he is also concentrated on matters to do with the trade, which is actually very, very encouraging in the sense that he will also be able to impact a lot on the people of Molo municipality in terms of trade. Generally, this is a man with a wealth of experience, and also he has, I suspect that he has a lot of wisdom by looking at the age. Being born in 1973, he is almost now clocking about 50-something years, and that in itself is very encouraging. The nominee number 2, Peter Mwangi, looks like he's also a very ambitious person. You check on his net worth, 42 million, means that he's a very enterprising person. He has also been a member of County Assembly of Nakuru, Sirikwa Ward, 2013 to 2017. This one tells you that this is a person who is actually more than willing to work with the people, to understand the challenges and the successes of his people. Improving the status of Molo. Moreover, from his academic endeavors, Mr. Speaker, you can see that he is still a very young and very energetic person, and still making up his, improving up his academic qualification. Currently, is undergoing some master's degree, which it shows that he's somebody who is very visionary and ready to build his life for the benefit of the people of Molo. So I really support the two appointments, and I pray that if we can get this kind of people managing our various institutions, then our county is going to improve a great deal. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Adhiye.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this report brought to us by our able chair for lands and the committee at large. And I would like to say that this report shows that the vetting was done in a very good way, and they came up with these two gentlemen who I can see that they are very qualified in whatever, according to their education background, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I believe these two gentlemen are going to lead the Molo municipal board in earnest and in due diligence, and that they'll work towards improving the livelihoods of the people of Molo and Molo municipality at large. And maybe in future, they will be able to make Molo become a city within a city, Mr. Speaker. I beg to support this report, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Member for London.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I also acknowledge the good work that has been done by the committee under the leadership of the chair. Mr. Speaker, in regard to the two gentlemen, they were able, Mr. Speaker, in terms of suitability, they were able to show, in terms of knowledge and experience in relevant field, Mr. Speaker, they were able to prove themselves on how they were able to express themselves, Mr. Speaker. Also, Mr. Speaker, there is a benefit in having a full board, Mr. Speaker, because when maybe there is a meeting, they can be able to bring about more ideas and also reservation on how to tap on new areas of venture, Mr. Speaker. Also, Mr. Speaker, when we go to academic-wise and professional qualification, a majority of them, in regard to their credentials, they were able to display that they have, they are qualified in that arena, Mr. Speaker, sir. The other thing, Mr. Speaker, for maybe Molo municipality to be able to harness much from this board, I believe having the entirety of the board, they will be able to harness much. And also they were able to display on how they are going to resolve issue pertaining drainage, issue pertaining how we can be able to collect revenue from business people in that area, and also on how they are able to upgrade the road networks. And mostly they were able to demonstrate on how they will be able to minimize the post-harvest losses that usually happens due to maybe road network not having effective or road networks that will be able to help farmers to get their food products to the market. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I raise to support.
Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also raise to support the motion, and maybe to have some input is to request the relevant office to have good induction of these nominees so that they can know their work and their duties and their role on the board. It's unfortunate that in Gilgil we have some of these members of the municipal board who have taken upon themselves to indulge in politics, and as if they are competing with the area member of the county assembly, that is me. And you find that they're indulging in political matters, hence, and also they have They have also said that they will be vying for the seat. So you find that once one gets such a position, it is to serve in your capacity as a board member, not to go there and start alluding that now you are now fit to vie for a seat. It's too early for politics, and I will request that once you have such a position, you work for the people, not to go there and bring competition. You also find that some of these nominees, Chair, don't even come from the area. Like in Gilgil, 2 of them don't come from Gilgil. They neither have businesses in Gilgil. So they know nothing about Gilgil. And when they come to the meeting of the board, they are informed of what is happening in the Gilgil. So there's need for induction, and so that one can know your lane and keep it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I raise, first of all, to support, I wish to actually thank the team that was able to sit and be able to forward these names for actually approval, Mr. Speaker. As we realize, Molo is now a new municipality and has a lot of duties and many more things that needs to be done within Molo. So the nomination of this nominee and even being brought to this House for approval has come in very timely, Mr. Speaker. We know very well that the boards have their own duties that they are supposed to go and execute. And these duties, Mr. Speaker, are very vital for the development now of the municipality, because it is one thing to create a municipality, and it is also another thing to make it grow and be able to run its own self. If you realize, Mr. Speaker, some of the expectations that the people of Molo will be expecting from this nominee, of course, are issues like to be able to oversee the works within the municipality. They should be able to develop or adapt the policies, that is the plans, the strategic plans that has even been put and set before they are actually nominated. These board members are supposed to formulate, they're supposed to help us in formulating an implementation of integrated development plans, which you have actually put forth, Mr. Speaker. I was trying to match some of these duties to the people who have been mentioned before this House, and I see, Mr. Speaker, they fit. When it is overseeing, like the pastor or this man of God who is nominee, he has been overseeing his flock for quite a long time. I want to believe that you'll also be able to oversee the affairs within the Molo. When we look at the other colleague, the honorable member, he has been an honorable member and has had an experience of formulating policies. He has an experience of making laws. So I want to believe that in considering such a member, he would also help to formulate laws. He would also help in making new policies even within the Molo as a municipality, and to me they really fit their positions. Mr. Speaker, the other duties, issues to do with the promotion and undertaking of the infrastructural development and services actually within the municipality is an enormous task and really needed people with knowledge. If the elected member who was once elected has been an elected member, surely he must have been able to learn how to go around and be able to promote and do the undertaking of the infrastructural issues even within the municipality, Mr. Speaker. They are supposed to maintain a comprehensive database and information system of the administration, even within Molo, Mr. Speaker. They're also supposed to solicit anyway funds and come in with policies that are going to help Molo be able to grow. When I match their qualification once more with the duties that is required of them, I find these two appointed members to be very, very, very much suitable, both in terms of experience,
in terms of their normal lives, in terms of what they have indulged themselves into, in terms of politics, a bit of politics and understanding the background of what people want, public participation, involvement, and trying to create ways to make Molo be able to run on its own, Mr. Speaker. So I actually raise to recommend and support that these two who have been brought before the floor of the House seems to be knowledgeable. They seems to be people who are going to help Molo grow, being a new municipality. Their brains, their experience should actually be able to make the difference and help the policymakers to help Molo grow. Mr. Speaker, I would wish to actually wish them all the best in their new endeavors, even as we request the House to consider them. And as my colleague has said, the duties of a board member is enormous. I think they have a lot, other than the other things to do with the politics. I have seen in their vetting, they are being asked about the ability to be influenced politically and issues like that. And we pray that they will not mix politics with administrative issues, because at the end of the day, they may end up losing the target and the goal under which they were actually appointed and nominated. They should be sober in their duty. They should go and work liberally without actually taking sides, so that they can help implement the plans that this great county had when they gave Molo a charter to be a municipal. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I raise to support.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Any other member? Chairman, give us the concluding remarks.
Mr. Speaker, once again, I wish to thank you most sincerely and all the members for their contributions towards this particular report. And it is true that these particular board members have various responsibilities and mandates within their municipalities. I think I wish to request that members, as we adopt this report, other than the Molo, we have the Gilgil, we have the Naivasha, and even the city, among other areas that have been conferred to city status and municipal board status. It will be important for us to really play an oversight role in terms of making sure that these boards, as we put them in place, they really execute their mandates as expected. I've noted with concern what Honorable Deputy Majority Leader, she has said in regard to the members not being the residents of that area. I wish to say categorically that it's a requirement that for one to serve on the board must be a resident or have some permanent dwelling or some business within that municipality. And this is what we were told, and this is what we were shown in terms of the residents and all that. If you have any otherwise evidence, I think it will be your grounds for you to put a petition, put forward and prove beyond doubts that indeed those members do not hail from that particular municipality, and those will be sufficient grounds for us to relook into it. So I will just wish to encourage that go further and provide evidence to us which could be contrary to what we were provided with during the vetting process. And I can assure you that our committee is competent enough, it will look at it very impartially and very objectively to give the feedback as it is forwarded, as it is required. Honorable members, it is also important that you also get in line with these members and boards so that they also get even to acquaint themselves with the CIDP and the integrated development plan, so that again, the essence of putting these boards in place is to make sure that we spur the development in those particular municipalities. It's not just for the sake, it's not just for putting these members in place and not doing what is expected of them. So kindly, we still have to play oversight role. As a committee, we'll be more than willing to get what could be the challenges, what could be the successes, so that we can also complement and make sure that we do what is expected of us to do the needful oversight. Remember, members also get to check within our budgets that these particular boards have got their own independent budgets. It's important that we make sure that collectively we enhance and make sure that is adhered to and implemented to spur some development within those municipalities. Notwithstanding anything, Mr. Speaker, I wish to thank members that you've really made it possible. I'm very sure as the Speaker is going to put the question, let's put the House then in place, then we start now monitoring what is happening. We can only do that if we have this board in place. Kindly support this by passing it so that now we also look forward. Mr. Speaker, a point of concern, and this is not only for lands. I don't know whether we have the liaison committee, liaison in terms of liaison person between the assembly and the executive in terms of fast-tracking the kind of development or the kind of the resolution that we have made from the assembly and to an extent how it's being implemented. Like now what we passed yesterday, it's overdue, Mr. Speaker. How I wish and request the Secretariat and the clerk team to fast-track the passing of this information to the executive so that we are not left out in terms of implementing the affordable housing programs. Because how soon it can be done, it will save us a lot. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. The clerk's office is the liaison office. I now want to bring this motion to question. That this House adopts the report of the Committee on Lands, Housing and Physical Planning on the vetting of the nominees for the position of members of the Molo Municipal Board laid on the table of the Assembly on Tuesday, 30th July 2024, during the morning sitting. That as many as of that opinion say aye. That as many as of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, those are the orders of the morning session.